Hi Neopians, it is me, your grandpa, back with another recap. Thursday, February 15th was the Valentine, Love, Friendship themed livestream, hosted once again by the one, the only, Kevino Gaming. Now, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, the first half of this live event was definitely filler. A solid 30 minutes of, yes queen, give us nothing. So I'm gonna recap that part of the live event very quickly. The first section was a conversation with two Neopian besties, Kelly and Kat, who share their experiences making lifelong friendships on Neopets and even meeting their Neo friends in real life for conventions and whatnot. Which is cute, I guess, but also, that's not what I'm here for. In the next section, Kevin speaks with TNT Goldfish in a Bowl, who is a designer on Neopets and a Neopian Times editor. They work a lot on NC wearables and capsules and things like that. Truly iconic, because in my opinion, everything that NC Mall has been putting out over the past few months has been on point. One of the things Goldfish shows off is a slideshow showing the process of creation for the giant Wharf plush that came out this month. Goldfish is responsible for the concept you see on the left, and then works with the artist to get the final product you see on the right. Once they get the finished artwork, it is then their job to get it uploaded and functioning on the site. And I don't know, all that is kind of interesting to me as a digital artist. Like, I just love to see how the idea started, and then what the artist did with it, and then seeing it on the site. And here's a screenshot showing you how I use this item to customize my pet. Honestly, one of my favorite customs of all time. So it was actually cool for me getting to see some behind the scenes for how these wearables come to exist in the game. Moving right along, the next guest of the event is TNT Luna, who is so funny and so charming and definitely my favorite part of this live event. She comes in to talk a little bit about the tarot deck that is available for pre-order right now. It's the official Neopets fairy themed tarot deck. You can buy them wherever books are sold. They're actually really pretty. I think I am gonna try to buy a deck for us to play with during live streams. I think that would be really fun. But the best part of the live stream happens completely unexpectedly when Kevin asks Luna about Neopass, as he has heard she's had a chance to try it out. For anyone who hasn't heard about Neopass yet, this is a new feature that TNT is rolling out that is going to essentially be a login platform that encompasses our main and side accounts, allowing us to move between these accounts more efficiently, as well as hopefully providing a more secure login experience. Neopass is entering its beta phase, and 500 users will be selected to begin the testing process within the next week or so. Unfortunately, this video is coming out after the application period ends, so you won't be able to apply now if you haven't already done it. I'm really sorry. But anyway, Luna has had the opportunity to test Neopass on her main and side accounts, and her response to why she likes it is so funny. First, she tells us what Neopass allows at its core is for seamless switching between main and side accounts using a drop-down feature to swap between accounts without having to go through all the login, logout nonsense. I'm already loving it as somebody who has to log into all of my side accounts daily to zap my pets with Labre, but then she says 12-year-old Luna would have died for Neopass, and tells Kevin a story about how when she was a kid, she would use her crush's first and last names to make side accounts on Neopets to chat with herself on the boards. Luna did not tell Kevin this story ahead of time, and he is completely shook, completely flabbergasted. And it has been such a long time since I laughed as hard as I did watching that, just sitting alone in my office. I was crying. I laughed because it was so relatable in just like the silliest, purest, like wholesomest 13-year-old unhinged kid way. So if you don't watch the AMA for any other reason, just please go back and watch it for Luna, for her segment. She's so worth it. Her story was bringing me back to my days in The Sims 2, making my crushes, and then coming home from school after they said something rude to me and putting them in the pool and taking the ladder away so they swam and swam until they couldn't swim anymore. I loved it. It was so funny to me. And her story made me more excited for Neopass than I have ever been before. Alright, now we get to the meat of the video, which is the AMA portion with CEO Dom. This is what we come to expect, is the AMA portion where Kevin gets a chance to grill Dom with our questions. The first question up was, what is the current status on Neopass? Dom says not only will it connect all of our Neopets accounts, but it's also meant to connect the main site to auxiliary apps. For example, the Island Builders app that maybe some of you played, maybe some of you didn't, is getting a revamp and a rebrand. So Neopass gets its soft launch with 500 beta testers in March, And apparently 10,000 people applied to be beta testers, which is a wild number to me. But yeah, to wrap up what Dom said, it's gonna connect our main accounts to our side accounts and connect our neopets.com accounts to any auxiliary apps and games that they put out with the Neopets IP. The second question asked was, is there a chance of getting more pet slots soon? Dom says that is something they are working on and keeping in mind with the success of the current NCUC releases, and also brings up my favorite topic again, the purge. This is the second time Dom has brought up, without any provocation, that they are working on a purge, and oh boy, all of those amazing pet names dead on frozen accounts being released back into the pool to be recreated by current players. I truly cannot think of anything more exciting. And this is a quality of life change that benefits everyone on the site, not just the people who spend money. So maybe our new pet slots will come with the ability to create some amazing new names. I know personally I have a list of names I will be looking out for, and one name in particular that I will be trying to create for myself during this purge. You will all know, if I successfully create this pet, I will be insufferable about it, trust me. But I'm extremely excited. The way that Dom talks about it, whenever he's asked about more pet slots, he does seem to redirect to talking about a purge, so it seems to me like he would like to make the purge happen before pet slots come out, but we'll see if that's actually the case. The third question was, with the re-release of UCs, is there any chance we could get a few fixes for the Battle Dome? These two things do not correlate at all. I don't know why the question is worded that way, but people just want to see the bug fixes happen in the Battle Dome. I know Kevin was happy to ask this, as the Battle Dome is something he really wants to see revitalized. I've definitely heard him speak on that in his videos. Dom says, absolutely the Battle Dome is something that they want to prioritize, especially since the Battle Dome is important in the upcoming plot. They're currently working a lot on a large list of bug fixes for the Battle Dome, and then simultaneously working on updating things like drop rates of items in the Battle Dome and other quality of life changes. Dom says Battle Dome is an integral part of the Neopets experience and probably has faced the most neglect in terms of getting updates along the way, but it's definitely a long-term investment for the future of the site, according to Dom. And I'm really glad he said that. I would love to see the Battle Dome updated, revitalized, and become more approachable for the majority of players. I think that would be really, really awesome. Next question. Why are players getting frozen for using a VPN? Now, I have absolutely no insight in this question. I've not personally come across someone who is frozen for using a VPN. If you or somebody that you speak to was wrongly frozen using a VPN, like for sure, let me know, but it's just not something I've come across. So I can't say one way or another where this question is coming from. Dom says that bans are done carefully and manually, one by one, after looking at evidence that has been provided of that user cheating. However, there's always going to be some human error, and if someone has been frozen by mistake, definitely send in appeal tickets to get your accounts back. Dom states if an account stays frozen, it is because the evidence of cheating is substantial enough to keep them frozen. Now, I did notice during this section of the AMA, a lot of people in the YouTube chat section were very skeptical of Dom's words here. They were saying they didn't necessarily believe what he was saying, and so there does seem to be a lot of pushback out there from people who really do believe that users are getting wrongly frozen for using VPN. So hopefully these people are getting their accounts back and anyone who isn't cheating is cleared of any of those charges. The next question is a little bit spicy. Kevin asks, how can the community trust you with Neopets when a hacker has been leaking your user data on Reddit for several years now? This question refers to a well-known user on Reddit who makes posts attempting to expose the back-end Neopets data to the player base. And a lot of this data has to do with the auto-buying problem prevalent on site. Dom states that part of the answer is in the question. Neopets infrastructurally adds layers of security to the site that will help this problem and bring the site up to what he says are industry standards in terms of security. They are also currently undergoing a security audit that has been helping them find the gaps. Dom is very optimistic about the future future of the site and site security with all of the upgrades they're making, especially the implementation of Neopets. So Neopets equals better security. You'll love to see it. Hopefully, I am really holding out hope that Neopets and two-factor authentication and all of that stuff, when it becomes more regimented, will really help with the bot problem. The next question is a little lighter. When will the daily quest prizes be rotated? It has been 5 months. Dom says they are using this first prize pool to kind of study the impact and study the speed of the impact on the Neopets economy. He says the prize pool is due for a change up soon, but of course does not give a solid timeline. What they want is to balance the economy in a way where it shouldn't take years of gameplay to get your one dream item. And that's how we've all been functioning all this time. So it's something as longtime players, that's a big change for us, but I think it will be a good one in the long run. So again, unfortunately, we do not get a timeline here from Dom on when the prize pool will be rotated, but the word soon was used. The next two questions are about neocash purchasing. Most players still prefer buying NC prepaid cards from resellers rather than buying NC on the website. What are your thoughts, and will this change in the future? If you've been buying your NC on site this whole time and do not know what this question refers to, let me explain. There are people, I believe primarily Brazilian, maybe other places, who buy physical NC cards and sell the codes online at a profit. This works because even though they are selling at a profit to people like myself in the US, the codes are still cheaper for us than buying NC directly from the site because of the way the conversion rates work. So not only is the reseller profiting, but I'm still getting a discount on my Neocash. On top of that, when you redeem a code from a physical NC card, you get 2 free boxes and a bonus NC item. So really, with the cheaper NC, the free boxes and free items, it's a no-brainer. A big question here is, will this be allowed to continue? Dom, of course, says we prefer users to purchase their NC on the site, but he knows the experience of buying on site is not ideal. However, they are working on revamping the site buying process so that it's less buggy and just better all around. The most exciting thing he said, though, is that they want to make sure that buying NC on site gives the best deals in the future, and I'm hoping what that means is we will be able to get boxes, trading boxes, and incentives like that on site when we buy NC. That would be a huge on-site improvement. Similarly, the next question asks, a lot of people have had issues with the payment processing on the website redeeming NC. Is this going to be addressed anytime soon? Apparently, people buying on site have been having a lot of problems with bugs, which no one wants to deal with when they're paying for something with real money. Dom states again that they are looking to upgrade the whole system, and they're working through the tickets now to rectify the situation and fix what needs to be fixed. So if you've experienced any type of bugs while buying NC that resulted in you not getting your NC after being charged, definitely keep pushing those tickets, because Dom is speaking as if this has been completely fixed. Now, the last question asked I don't think was pulled from the poll voted on by the community. I think the team added this in at the end because they wanted to talk about it. They ask, how well did the reintroduction of the NC pet styles do? Dom states that January was the best month the site has had since leadership change, and maybe the best month in 5 years, which is crazy to think about. And I think they just wanted to add this question in at the end to hype up the success, which is fine. Before ending, Dom announces more about their upcoming auxiliary game, or should I say their revamped auxiliary game. He tells us that in the revamp of Island Builders, the app is being relaunched as Tales of Decardia. In the revamp, the game itself will not only have new features, but will have prizes that tie into the main site. This was honestly one of the main reasons I was not interested in the app. I didn't want to play a game that wasn't going to have any positive consequences to my Neopets account on the main site, but now with on-site prizes being talked about, you know what? Fine, Dom, I'll play your app on the toilet if you insist. And that was the end of the live event. Thank you so much for being here for my recap. If you didn't watch the live, I tried my best to give you all the important details, but I'm telling you, please go back and watch the segment with Luna. She's a queen and an icon. And once again, thank you to Kevino Gaming for hosting. He has brought such a good vibe to these live events, and I hope they keep him forever. Put TNT on that man's name. And that's gonna do it for me, kiddos. I love ya. I appreciate ya. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!